A lot of you might know that I'm a big fan of electric things, from electric cars, electric toys, and lately even electric garden tools. You know, I'm no gardening or landscape expert by any means. In fact, I hate doing yard work or even mowing the lawn. So the less hassle, the better, which is why last year I went and tried out electric lawnmower, the Ego 56 volt one. And a year later, I'm still happy with it, which made me decide to expand the family. When you're using electric tools, even like cordless drills or saws, you're really buying into a family or a system because they all use the same chargers and batteries. So for my next garden tool, I needed to whack some weeds, so I chose this Ego 56 volt 15-inch string trimmer. Right out of the box, you'll immediately notice that this is a serious trimmer. It's not like one of those small little buzz bombs for super light duty work. This trimmer is made to compete with not only the big guys, but also the gas ones. This 15-inch string trimmer is in addition to the existing 12-inch string trimmer. This is for a little heavier duty work, and personally, I would get the 15-inch because you just get more power. When you have those 3 extra inches, it basically has more momentum. You really notice it when your string, which is a dual string by the way, when they get a little bit shorter, you kind of feel like you're kind of losing out on power. This is a bump feed system, a couple bumps, and you're at maximum length again, and those 3 inches, it makes it feel like it's got a lot more power. So speaking of runtime and power, the runtime in the specs is about 45 minutes. I can't verify that. I would say probably between 30 and 35 minutes, but it's hard to tell because everyone uses their trimmer differently. Some people might have it full blast all the way. Personally, sometimes if I'm going around some delicate things, I don't need it full blast. So, you know, it's very variable. As you can hear here, I can just go a little bit at a time. It's like having a digital trigger finger. And plus, when you're moving it from one area to the next, it's not running like you do with a gas one. Now, this one has a 2-amp battery, opposed to the 4-amp battery for the Ego lawnmower. The best thing though is that they're interchangeable, both the battery and the charger. So this here will work in the larger lawnmower charger, the 4-amp charger, and you'll get half the time for the charge. The charge time on the regular charger is about 40 minutes. So, you know, you can cut that in half if you use the big one. Now, if you do choose to use the bigger battery from the lawnmower, maybe you forgot this one, forgot it on charge, just note that that's quite a bit heavier. So if you use that battery, I just take your screwdriver, loosen these 2 screws off here, and adjust the handle just so it's balanced better. This system features a 56 volt system, the same as all the other Ego family members, like the lawnmower that we have here. It has a brushless motor, top speed is 5,500 RPM, and like I said before, it's very variable. So not only do you get the top speed of 5,500 RPM, you have a very low speed. Sometimes around delicate things, you might just need a little bit of power. It's very easy to regulate that. Now mind you, if you need full power, like this, it'll do the job. So what do I like and not like about this Ego string trimmer? Well, first of all, the likes, it's electric, and like all electric garden tools, the things that I love about them is they don't spill anything, there's no fuel, they don't smell, and best of all, they're quiet. I've actually had a phone conversation with my headset while I was actually whacking some weeds. That's incredible how quiet it is. And you can just store them anywhere because they're not gonna spill anything. Second of all, like all electric things, you get a lot of torque right off the start. It's very easy to regulate the power, which is a great thing. And third thing, it integrates into my other tool that I have right now, which is the lawnmower. And so it's nice that everything's interchangeable from batteries to chargers. Speaking of batteries, just like the lawnmower, as you use the battery up, as it gets depleted, your power still remains the same. And it basically remains the same to about 95% of the usage of that battery. So 95% of the time, even though you only have 5% battery left, you have full power, and then it just drops off really, really quick. So that leads me to my downside. It would kind of be handy to have kind of more of a graduated gauge, like somewhere where you could actually see it. Up here. Right now, it's just on the battery and you have to press the button, and so it's a little bit more inconvenient than just basically weed whacking and just knowing that you have 50% battery left. Maybe you should speed it up or put another battery on charge, something like that. And my other downside is this one does fold, but that's mainly just for transportation when you actually buy it. So the box isn't that big, so you need 2 Allen keys to fold it back up. I think it'd be kind of nice if there was just some sort of lever or something that you can clamp or just squeeze and fold this in half, just for a little easier storage. After using this for 3 months, I can say that everything has worked flawlessly. The bump system's worked, the power is great, and the battery system has worked as advertised with long run times and short charging times. Now, would I recommend this? Absolutely. Why? Well, I told you all the reasons what I liked about it, and just like the lawnmower here, it's bought from Home Depot. Now, this is not a plug for Home Depot, but when I bought the lawnmower, I was a little bit wary of whether it's gonna do the job or not, and you have 90 days with Home Depot to return it if you don't like it. And the same goes for this string trimmer. So to me, it's a no-brainer.